Most people look at a budgie and see a small, colorful, cheerful bird. It fits in a cage. It sings. It looks inexpensive. It does not seem as demanding as a dog or a cat. And that is exactly why many people make the first mistake before they even bring one home. A budgie is not an easy decoration. It is a small parrot with a fast mind, a social nature, a need for movement, and a daily life that can become stressful if you do not understand it. Before you buy a budgie, you need to understand what kind of animal you are really bringing into your home. The first thing to understand is that a budgie is not built to live like an object in the corner of a room. In nature, budgies are social birds. They live around movement, sound, communication, and other birds. So when a budgie is placed alone in a small cage with nothing but seed and a plastic toy, the problem is not that the bird is quiet or easy. The problem may be that its world has become too small. This is why some budgies scream, bite, freeze, avoid hands, or stop showing curiosity. People often think the bird is rude, aggressive, or ungrateful. But many times the bird is simply responding to fear, boredom, pressure, loneliness, or a lack of control. A budgie cannot explain its stress in words. It explains it through behavior. If your hand enters the cage too quickly, the budgie may not see affection. It may see a threat. If you chase it around the cage to force it onto your finger, it may learn that your hand means panic. If you keep grabbing it because you want it to become tame faster, you may delay trust instead of building it. Trust with a budgie is not created by force. It is created by repetition, patience, distance, and choice. This is where many new owners fail. They buy the bird, bring it home, and expect personality immediately. They want the budgie to talk, perch on the finger, come out of the cage, accept touching, and behave like the videos they saw online. But the bird has just lost everything familiar. Its old environment, its flock, its routine, its sounds, and its sense of safety. To you, it is a new pet. To the budgie, it may feel like being dropped into a strange world with giant creatures watching it. A budgie also needs more than a cage. It needs space to move, climb, stretch, explore, and use its body. A cage that is too small can make life feel restricted, even if the bird survives in it. Surviving is not the same as living well. A budgie may be small, but its need for activity is not small. Then comes diet. Many people believe that seed is enough because budgies love seed. But loving something does not make it complete. A seed-heavy diet can be unbalanced, and pet birds generally need a varied, appropriate diet, clean water, and proper care. Food is not just fuel. It affects energy, feathers, behavior, and long-term health. Enrichment is another serious issue. A budgie needs things to do. Not random clutter, but meaningful activity. Safe toys, chewing opportunities, foraging, different perches, sounds, movement, and interaction. A bored budgie may become loud, nervous, repetitive, withdrawn, or overly dependent on one object in the cage. And this leads to one of the most misunderstood objects in budgie care: the mirror. Many owners add a mirror because the bird seems to enjoy it. But if a lonely budgie becomes obsessed with its reflection, the mirror can become a substitute for real social life. The bird may court it, guard it, or become frustrated because the other bird never responds normally. A mirror is not automatically evil, but it is not a replacement for companionship, attention, or enrichment. Another thing you must understand before buying a budgie is sound. Budgies are not silent pets. They chirp, call, chatter, and sometimes make loud repeated sounds. This is communication. If you want a bird only because it looks cute, but you cannot tolerate daily sound, a budgie may not be the right pet for you. Time also matters. A budgie is not a weekend hobby. It needs daily care. Food and water must be checked. The cage must be cleaned. The bird must be observed. Its behavior matters. Its droppings, feathers, appetite, energy, and posture can all signal whether something is wrong. A budgie can hide weakness because small birds often avoid showing vulnerability. That means a careless owner may notice a problem too late. You also need to think about companionship. Some budgies may bond strongly with humans, but that does not remove their social nature. If a budgie is kept alone, the human must become a consistent source of attention, interaction, and mental stimulation. If you do not have time every day, you need to think carefully before buying one. The question is not, can I own a budgie? The question is, can I give this bird a life that makes sense for its mind? A budgie can be a wonderful companion. It can learn your routine, respond to your voice, explore, play, and slowly build trust. But it does not become wonderful by being placed in a cage and ignored. It becomes confident when its environment supports its nature. So before you buy a budgie, pause. Do not ask only how much it costs. Ask how much time it needs. Do not ask only which cage looks nice. Ask whether the bird can move, climb, and feel safe. Do not ask only what food is sold with it. Ask whether its diet is balanced. Do not ask only if it can talk. Ask whether you are ready to listen to what its behavior is already saying. Because a budgie is not an easy pet simply because it is small. It is a living, social, intelligent bird. And if you understand that before you buy one, you will not just own a budgie, you will be far more prepared to care for one properly. If you want more videos that explain bird behavior, bird psychology, and the hidden signals birds show before people notice them, subscribe to Bird Mind Signals. And tell me in the comments, what is the biggest thing people misunderstand about budgies?